Hello, everyone. This is Dale Howard, the Director of Education for Progility. It is my pleasure to welcome you to our Progility On Demand webinar series on tips and tricks for using Microsoft Project more effectively. In this set of tips and tricks, we will show you how to disable automatic calculation with very large projects. Before we begin our demonstration, let's ask a very important question. What constitutes a very large project? Generally speaking, a very large project has thousands of tasks. The largest I have ever seen personally had over 15,000 tasks. A very large project usually has dozens or even hundreds of team members. The largest I have ever seen had 200 team members in the project. And a very large project generally will have multiple team members assigned to each task in the project schedule. The largest I have ever seen had multiple tasks with 160 team members assigned to each task. When you perform any action that triggers a recalculation, Microsoft Project automatically recalculates the data about every task, every resource, every assignment, and the entire project. In a very large project, this recalculation procedure can take 5 to 10 minutes or more. Even though this project is not a very large project, I'll ask you to pretend with me that it is. Pretend that this project has thousands of tasks, has hundreds of team members, and has multiple tasks with dozens of team members assigned to them. So what action is it that a project manager can take that will cause Microsoft Project to automatically recalculate the project schedule? The answer is very simple. If the project manager makes any schedule-related changes, Microsoft Project will automatically recalculate the entire schedule. For example, task number 2, receive notice to proceed and sign contract, currently has a duration estimate of 3 days. If I change this duration estimate to 5 days and press the Enter key, Microsoft Project just recalculated the entire schedule. Because this is a small project, it went really quickly. But if this were a very large project, that single action could have caused a recalculation that would take 5 to 10 minutes potentially. Now, when you look at the blue cell background formatting in the duration start and finish column, you can see every task whose schedule has changed as a consequence of changing the duration of task number 2. So, advice I've given to project managers of very large projects for years and years is to turn off that automatic recalculation feature. Here is how to do that. Click File, Options, and in the Project Options dialog, click the Schedule tab and then scroll all the way down to the bottom of the dialog. Second from the bottom is a section called Calculation with a single option. Calculate project after each edit, and the default setting is on. To disable that option, select the Off item and click OK. Now at this point, if I were to make any more changes to the project schedule, Microsoft Project will not recalculate the entire schedule. Watch. If I change the duration back to 3 days and press the Enter key, notice that only task number 2 has schedule changes. notice that everything else has been unchanged schedule-wise. This allows a manager of a very large project to make multiple schedule changes in one batch before manually recalculating the schedule. So how does a project manager actually recalculate the schedule? To do this manually, my favorite method is this. Right above row 0's ID number is a blank button. Its real name is Select All. If you right mouse click on the Select All button, the first item on the shortcut menu is Calculate Project. That will force Microsoft Project to do a complete recalculation based on all of the changes made to the project. So I'll go ahead and select Calculate Project. And now notice that Microsoft Project has completely recalculated the entire project. So the key to this functionality is if you disable automatic recalculation, then you, as the manager of a very large project, must manually force a recalculation only when you are good and ready to do so. Has this webinar generated interest in our services and solutions? If so, please contact Sarah Howard using the contact information shown on this slide. Also, don't forget to visit our website and our blog page as well. Thanks for watching our on-demand webinar today.